right, welcome back to SK Hobbies AZ, and we are on location in our trailer. Look at this. We got a new trailer for the channel. It's where we're doing all of our camping in. We take it out to the AZRC Bashers events, but we're going to go inside and do an unboxing. Why don't you guys come along? So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So yes, we're going to do an unboxing. So let's go ahead and get in the trailer and see what we got in store for this unboxing. There you go. Got my old SK Hobbies AZ logo there. A little bit of AZRC Bashers. And this is actually a Trailmanner camper. As you guys can see, it's a Trailmanner. It's a 3023. It's really nice inside. Well, let's go ahead and get in here and see what we got. Look at that. We got an Axial AX24 in the orange edition. So we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy out of the box and see what comes in it. Slide this over. Get this opened up. There's the AX24. We got the orange edition, or the XC1 edition. Comes with, looks like batteries. There's a bind plug, a little tool, axial sticker, nice little instruction manual for the XC1. And down here in the back in the bottom of the box comes with, there's a charging cable. And it comes with the SLT3 controller, because this is a four-way steer. So we're going to get that set up in here. And let's go ahead and get this out of here. We can do this. I got some handy snips right here. She is brand new. Just put that back in the box. Let's put that back in the box. And we're gonna put that back in the box. Get that moved over here. And we will get that out of there. So let's sit down and look at this bad boy. Look at it. Now there's no foam in the tires. They make it kind of look like bead locks, but I'm not quite sure. We will definitely have to look at that inside. Let's see here about how this body comes up. Oh, it's Velcroed in the front. And it kind of lifts up in the back. So we'll get that cocked open there. So it looks like the battery is already underneath here. So I didn't see it in the box, so I went to go look, but the battery sets right underneath the ESC and receiver. So it goes right in here. Looks like there's a little pin right here that we can pull. Let's go ahead and let's pull that pin out. So it's just a little pin. Oh, okay, so there's a little flap. Then you lift the flap open. And there's the battery. So battery stowage wise, you got about that much right in there. So we'll test fit some of our other batteries that we use and see how they fit in there also. The ESC looks like this is a new Spectrum one. We can get that to focus. So it is the 2-in-1. There's the part number right there, the SPMXSE2425RX. So that's gonna made up good with this Spectrum controller. So we'll see about, I know that controller right there will work on other Spectrum receivers. So when we get through with this, the upgrading this bad boy, we will probably put a new motor in it, and we're gonna get rid of this ESC and go with a style that we normally have. Servo wise, they've got the standard AS1 axial servo for the front. You got the same in the rear. basically looks like they put the front and rear is the same housing that we had before for the Axial, so we can definitely upgrade that. It looks like the steering linkage looks like it's the same. Now I'm not quite sure. We'll do some measurements on the links to see if we can put some other links on it. We'll do something with the drive shafts and see what we can do for drive shafts. Does look like it's a nice smooth skid plate there, so we might see some upgraded skid plates coming out for upgrading it. But shocks, they're a little bit bigger shocks. I will actually do a comparison between this and the double bore 43 millimeter shocks and see which one's bigger and see what kind of options we can get for putting some shocks on this bad boy. This one we're going to keep running some spring shocks, you know, so we get it to set up a little bit. So we will check that out. Charging wise, I don't normally use these chargers. I take and cut this connector off and make a jumper from the ESC to a JST out of this little connector. And then I put a JST connector on here so I can actually put this on my LiPo charger instead of using the wall plug. And it seems like I get a better charge out of it that way too. But all right, I'll bring you guys back in a minute once I get batteries in this bad boy. All right, so we got batteries in it. Look about the size of that compared to that controller. I did notice that when you're putting this in, there's some grooves in those skid rails right there that the body kind of sets in and holds it in place. You can see the rock lighting in there. There's the rock lighting right there for the front, the rear. So it's all built into that little skid plate right there, and the side rails to the skid plate. So there's the skid plate. You got these little side rails, and you know, the servo that's in this, definitely we'll be getting some upgrades for these, and we'll see how that goes. But there's the rear. Crawling wise, see how slow we can get it. Not a super slow crawl in it, so we'll have to see what kind of upgrade we can get for that. Let's see what happens. I'm thinking that it's this button here. Yep, so that button I pressed down on the controller button right there, and now look, we got, you can see it, four-way steering right there. So we can scoot this back over here. We'll turn that. Well, we're able to go a little bit slower that way. But it's staying on my camping table. So let's hit that button again. We'll hit it right now. All right, so I hit it. You're in your normal steer. If I press down on the rocker, which is B, I press down on the rocker to the B position. That gets me the four-way steer portion to where it's doing the tires the opposite direction. Now, if I keep pressing down, it stays the same. If I press back up on the A side, then it goes back to the other position. And then I press up a second time on the A. Now you're seeing that we got the crab walk. Doing the crab walk. I'm going to do it in reverse. Going back to regular. It does seem a little bit jumpy on this motor. Trying to see how slow I can go. Yeah, it's just... I think we're going to have to do an upgrade on this motor here. But before we get going on that, we're going to get this bad boy out on the rocks and see how it performs stock before we do anything to it. So let me go ahead and bring you guys back up. All right. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of it. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see before I do some upgrades. We're going to keep this stock for a little bit before I start changing anything out. Going to give it a good test, let all the kids play with it. Definitely get some YouTube shorts up. You guys will be seeing that. All right, so we'll give you a little bit of run footage on the backyard crawler course on what we got. This thing is still stock. Let's go. We're really not going to play with the four-way steer yet on it or anything, but we'll just do some normal crawling with it. Well, it won't do the mountain, but we'll give it a little bit of a push on the top just to get it up here. It'll do most of it. It's just that first incline there. Nope, it won't go up there either. All right, so that's your stock run. We'll see what happens when we throw a little upgrades on this bad boy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bash that bell. I am Stitch, SK Hobbies AZ, and I'm out.